Let me go straight across to the all-party meeting which has just concluded. In fact, the government briefed the leaders on the crisis. Government is in touch with the Bangladesh army. In fact, what External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar has said, that the safety of Indian nationals is paramount at this particular juncture. There were a lot of questions that were asked by various leaders. Of course, this is coming by the way of sources. That it's a developing situation. Indian government is in touch with the Bangladeshi army because there are 200,000 Indian nationals there in Bangladesh. Government has said that only 8,000 have returned so far. The High Commission is functioning, and as far as Sheikh Hasina's position is concerned, India says that Sheikh Hasina is here in India, and that has been done particularly because of it being a courtesy decision. Let me bring in Aishwarya. Aishwarya, what are you picking up?
We have been told by our sources that it all started with External Affairs Minister S Jaishankar briefing the leaders who were present at the all-party meeting. First, S Jaishankar briefed about the background and how the entire issue panned out in Bangladesh, and also what is the current situation in Bangladesh and how the Indian government assisted Sheikh Hasina to move to India. Remember, Indian Air Force were also involved when Sheikh Hasina's Bangladeshi Air Force aircraft was flying from Bangladeshi borders to India, and it was assisted by the Indian Air Force, and the assistance was given by the Indian government to former Prime Minister of Bangladesh. It was also stated that that the government has taken care of the former Prime Minister, and Sheikh Hasina is in India, and the government wanted to give her appropriate time and space so that she can let the Indian government know about what is her future course of action. Indian government wanted to give her all the space that she wanted, and within few days she can get in touch with India. Of course, the Indian government on the other side is in touch with the Bangladeshi army as well. The Indian High Commissions in Bangladesh is functional, and they are in touch with the Indian nationals living over there as well. We have been told that the government has given data that almost 20,000 of Indian nationals are there, including the students as well. 8,000 has come back, and Indian government is in touch with the other Indian nationals to bring them back as well. The Indian government has also apprised the leaders present at the all-party meeting that they have communicated with the northeastern states, and the chief ministers involved over there and the administration have been told to keep a strict vigilance at the Indo-Bangladesh border so that no illegal immigration can take place. As far as the questions being asked by the leaders who are present, specifically to Rahul Gandhi, who asked about what is the government strategy as far as the short-term strategy is concerned and the long-term strategy is concerned, S. Jaishankar replied to Rahul Gandhi stating that it's a progressive situation, government is analyzing it, and also Rahul Gandhi secondly asked about the foreign hand involved in it, to which the government stated that yes, there had been 3 diplomatics of the Pakistani living in Bangladesh. One of them changed his DP, and the government is asking the Bangladeshi army as well as the High Commission about the entire issue, whether the foreign hand was involved in the entire outrage of what currently had been happening over there. Very importantly, the government is also focusing on the minorities and the Hindus living in Bangladesh as well, and for their protection, what the Bangladeshi army and the interim government, if comes, the steps taken towards protecting their rights. The temples over there in Bangladesh is also something that the government is in touch with the Bangladeshi army to protect those as far as those places in Bangladesh are concerned. Lastly, it was the government who stated on the question asked by Arvind Sawan on the border issues, to which S. Jaishankar stated that all borders point is being checked, and the borders currently are on high alert. BSF has been moved, several battalions has also been moved to the border areas, and right now the situation is under control. And very importantly, as far as Sheikh Hasina is concerned, Indian government wanted to give her time and space as the officials of the former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina is in touch with the UK government whenever the the permission will be given to her. She would be flying out, but the Indian government will be giving all type of assistance because of the close ties with former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi.
All right, Aishwarya, thank you so much for joining us and giving us all the details of the all-party meeting. Remember, Foreign Minister Dr. S Jaishankar briefed all the leaders on the situation that is playing out after the fall of Sheikh Hasina government and the army's takeover in neighbouring Bangladesh amidst violent protests. Dr. S Jaishankar briefed the leaders of all parties about the situation in the violence-hit nation and the steps that are being taken by the Indian government. Sources say that Foreign Minister also discussed the strategy to limit the fallout with the new dispensation in Bangladesh for backing the ousted leader. This meeting was attended by Dr. S Jaishankar, Home Minister Amit Shah, Defence Minister Rajnath Singh, and on the other side of the opposition, you can see all the leaders, including Rahul Gandhi and others who were present. Remember, shortly after Sheikh Hasina resigned, Army Chief General Waqar-uz-Zaman said that the military will be forming an interim government and urged to protesters to stand down. Vasudha is joining us live now. She has been covering the all-party meeting for us. So, Vasudha, the government really did not want an elaborate discussion on the floor of the House because that would have, been seen as Government of India revealing the entire thought that it has on the developing situation in Bangladesh. That's why an all-party meeting. But one question that we do not have the answer of, or perhaps you do at the moment because of the conflicting reports which are coming in, is Sheikh Hasina presently in India or has she left?
What we understand is that, of course, Dr. S Jaishankar has told people that, a courtesy was given to Sheikh Hasina for the friendship that she has shown to the country, and which is why she was brought to India. There is no clarity on, how long she's going to stay here or if she is actually going to be here, because like you rightly said, Maria, the government is very clear that it does not want to reveal any confidential security, sensitive details on the floor of the House, which is why yesterday after the Cabinet Committee on Security took place, it was also decided to have an all-party meeting and take all the opposition parties also along when it came to the government's approach towards handling the Bangladesh crisis, because there are two dilemmas here. One, of course, is the security implications of it, and of course the diplomatic consequences of this, because both Sheikh Hasina and Narendra Modi have been friends. Both India and Bangladesh have seen this golden age of diplomacy. So today in the all-party meeting, the intent was to ensure that there is consensus that is put in place, which is why Rahul Gandhi, of course, asked a lot of questions. He did ask if there was a foreign conspiracy to this, to which Dr. Jaishankar reportedly said that that is not being ruled out, everything is being assessed. In fact, he pointed out to this one fact that a Pakistani diplomat has changed his picture in support of the protesters in Bangladesh. So clearly there are some indications to this, but of course he did not elaborate on that. But there were also questions like Sudeep Bandyopadhyay did, Arvind Sawant did ask about the border situation, and to which Dr. Jaishankar said that there has been a high-level review meet that has happened. All the security checkpoints have been put on high alert, and there is no alarming situation as of now. When it came to really the biggest concerns, Dr. Jaishankar has clearly said that 20,000 Indians still live in Bangladesh, 8,000 have come back. The situation is not as bad as the need for evacuation, but clearly it is alarming enough to exercise, constant sense of caution, which is why, all Indians there have been asked to keep in touch with the embassy there. So clearly that is one thing that he said. Out of 20,000, 8,000 have come back. So that, he said, is going to be priority for him. There are, of course, short-term and long-term implications of this. He did emphasize on the courtesy that was extended to Sheikh Hasina. He didn't really talk about how long she's going to be in India or if she actually has left India. She didn't say that, but the whole tone was to ensure that there is a sense of consensus so that, even if he issues a statement in the floor of the House, which, let me tell you, that has not, yet been decided, because, yesterday Dr. Jaishankar said that he will issue a statement, he will stand in the floor of the House and speak about this if there is a need, if parties demand that. As of now, the tone seemed to be of consensus. Of course, a lot of questions were asked specifically on the fallout on India, the consequences of it, and to which Dr. Jaishankar has basically said that the MEA is constantly monitoring the situation. There's no official statement from the MEA yet, and we're not very sure if he's going to issue a statement now. But as of now, we did speak to a lot of people. They seemed okay. They seemed at least, in some way satisfied with the answers that have been given by Dr. Jaishankar. Sudeep Bandyopadhyay of TMC clearly said that, it's important to take the Chief Minister of West Bengal along because, there is a 4,000-kilometer border that we share with Bangladesh, and Bengal is very important. So he did make that request, to which Dr. Jaishankar, of course, said that that would also be done.